Star money draping gold, we sipping on success. Diamonds make moves, icy wrists stay fresh. Dating lights flicker, shadows of the best. Click rolling deep, never failing, no test. I'm the man, star money's glow. Diamonds dance, watch them show. Click together, never solo. Ohio's finest, let them know.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? We back like we never left, man. Another fresh Sunday. I am Young Money Bad News, the co-CEO of the Star Money Click, the number one rapper in the world, and I am BMC for life. That is the other co-CEO, Star Money Click. That is 1-5, the BET People's Choice Award nominee. He is also the owner of Punch Beat Vodka that sponsors every show we do. And he is the number one producer in the world. He is my partner. And that is Jimmy Two Times, the 49ers, Heat, and Sooners fan. He is also my brother from another mother. And this is the On God Podcast. So welcome everybody to our world. I'm going to get right into the last game, man. You can look at this game two different ways.
Or not at all.
We cannot see you at all. He must have got a phone call.
Luke, I'm your father.
Right. He got a phone call, guaranteed.
Don't you love that shit?
Yeah.
Nobody fucks with my phone unless I like put it there. If I put it down and walk away, everybody in the universe, including Ed McMahon, will call me.
Yep. That's why I'm kind of glad I got the webcam working. I mean, it don't look as crisp as the cell phone, but
I think I'm about to move. I think I'm about to move the laptop too, man. Here soon, probably around my birthday. That's probably where I'm gonna pull up on one.
There he is.
Yeah, we know phone call. Oh,
Go out and come back in. Go
or
out.
no audio.
Whenever somebody drops you out, you gotta come back in.
Yeah, that's some wild shit, man. Come on, Yard Barker, man. You the best in the game. You got to fix that.
Maybe.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can't see you.
Hold on.
There we go.
Here I come. Hold on.
The unseen MC.
You see me now?
Yep.
Now we can't see you two times.
I can see y'all.
I can see
We
him.
can't see you. I can't see him.
I can see him.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Coming stream.
Now I can see you.
Okay.
All right. So, like I was saying, so I was really interrupted. I'll call my daughter back. Pacers beat the Thunder 108 to 91.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yep. Well, one of these days, News will get this together, and we can have.
This is the episode with cameo appearances by Young Money Bad News.
Right.
Plural on the cameos, not cameos.
My guy is not having a good evening.
He's getting pod trolled. That's what it is. He's getting pod trolled.
We can't hear. Say something. Nope. You'd think people would see his Facebook and see that he's live and just leave him alone, but nah.
Hey man, it happens.
Yep.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Yes.
Now.
I'm still there, right? Nope, no, we're not.
All right. So this time it's my mother. That's how you know they're right next to each other. Like, come on, bro. All right. So, like I was saying, for the second time, they win 108 to 91. Obi Toppin leads everybody in, well, not everybody in scoring, but he leads the Pacers in scoring, 20 points. Nembhard 17, Siakam 16 and 13, Halliburton 14 and 5, McConnell 12, 9 and 6, Neesmith 10 points. On the Thunder side, SGA had 21, Jalen Williams had 16, Isaiah Joe had 11, Hardenstein had 10. But before the game was even played, me and Kevin was on the phone and we talked about, is the NBA going NBA tonight? And if you watch the game, when they went down to one end of the floor, the fouls they was calling down here, they wasn't calling shit down here.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of had a feeling the NBA was going NBA.
Of course.
I mean, you want your money, I get it. It's not really too much to talk about in this game. The Thunder was just off, plus the referees played a lot of the game. The Pacers got a rhythm, and they roll with it.
Mm-hmm.
Obi Toppin has really been balling this whole series, though.
Yep.
So, I mean, this is like crazy.
Stupid every damn time he balls out. I'll be like, man, what was y'all thinking? That was the big mistake right there. They would have beat Indiana had he switched jerseys.
Right, they wasn't thinking. So we'll leave that game where it is. We are now in game 7. I want to know who y'all got for this game, and I want to know who do y'all think is going to be the keys to either team winning this game. So 1-5, who you got?
Well, if people follow the pod, and they would know that I picked the Pacers in 7.
He really did
before the series. So I'm gonna stick with the Pacers in 7. I think the Pacers are playing phenomenal team basketball right now. Only problem I have is if they do win, who are you giving the MVP to? Because so many people have stepped up in key times and situations. I almost think Obi Toppin is going to win it off the bench because he's been the most consistent player for him.
That's what I give it to.
Yeah. And then for the keys for the Pacers to win this game, they're going to have to do the same thing they did in Game 6, man. They're going to have to whenever Shea gets down there in mid-range and he does his little turn, spin, shoot, they're going to have somebody on him there. They did a real good job defensively on him in that game to where he wasn't able to dominate the game like he normally does. They also stayed out of foul trouble, which is hard to do against SGA because I've noticed he gets a lot of calls. Like I consider them phantom calls where it looks like he's pushed off or it's light contact and then he shoots, scores, and they call a little foul on it, a little ticky-tack type thing. So they're going to have to win the turnover battle. They're going to have to hold SGA to a shitty performance tonight because if not, they're in trouble. They're just going to be in trouble if they don't do those two things.
Okay.
They're going to have to keep making turnovers, man.
2 times. Who you got and why?
Well, I had picked the Thunder in 6, but I'm going to stay with the Thunder. But although this could go either way, especially the way the series is going, but I will say this: I like what 1-5 was talking about strategy wise, but I kind of want to go in a different direction with that. I say you play SGA straight up, and you keep Chet in control, keep him under control, keep him like he was in Game 6, not shooting well, and guard everybody else. Make SGA play hero ball, and I think, like I said, also is going to be the key to they're going to have to take excellent care of the ball, because one thing we know. The Thunder play excellent defense, and the last thing you want to do is get into a turnover deficit, and now they're scoring. Because if you notice, every game, the Thunder have scored first. They've scored the first few buckets first. So it's just like I said, the Pacers are going to have to play an A-plus game tonight, and they're going to have to stay out of the way of the refs because this shit been going back and forth with the refs, man. I mean, even the weird thing was, the Thunder actually I mean, the foul situation was really 20-17 turnovers. I mean, not turnover fouls in Game 6. But if you watch the game, you wouldn't think that was a correct statistic. You know what I mean? Because they was making sure Game 7 was going to happen. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to stick with the Thunder in 7. But it wouldn't surprise me if 1-5 was right, because I was thinking that shit the whole game. Game 6, I said, this motherfucker 1-5 is about to have us looking crazy.
I'm gonna stick to the Thunder in 7. I thought they would get it done in 6, but I kind of knew going into Game 6 they was gonna let the Pacers win. It wasn't the discrepancy of how many fouls was called. It was when they was calling the foul.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So it's like you can't let if they start getting going, you're calling the foul to slow their momentum down, and then you're going back down to the other end and you letting them do what the fuck they want to do. So it's like, all right, well, and this is the thing too. Scott Foster is calling this game tonight. And one thing about Scott Foster is he's very pro OKC right now. He's the one that gave SGA, when SGA got the little push off in Indiana, hit the jumper on the baseline, and everybody said SGA traveled too. Scott Foster was standing right there and didn't call it. That's who it was.
He really
so
was.
This is what Scott Foster does. So I just don't think the Oklahoma City Thunder is going to come out and play like they did in Game 6. I also know that OKC has not lost back-to-back games the whole playoffs. So it's kind of hard. You know, they made Indiana lose 2 games in a row, but it's hard to beat them back-to-back. And you in that building, man. That building is a motherfucker. Indiana thought they had home court. It's about to be loud as shit in that bitch tonight. So I think it's gonna be really a good game. But I gotta stick with OKC because that's my bet, and that's what I'm riding with. So we got 2 OKCs and 1 Indiana. I'm gonna switch over to what happened in the association to get today. One of my favorite players, the easy money sniper, Kevin Durant, got traded to the Rockets today for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, the number 10 draft pick of this upcoming draft, and 5 future seconds. So my question is, who do we think won the trade?
Oh, Rockets.
Well, yeah, I would say the Rockets, because how many second-round picks really amount to anything in the NBA? I mean, I know there's a handful, but, I mean, you're just taking gambles on people at that point. So, I think a 10th pick in the draft is well worth Kevin Durant. I think, I think Houston got the better end of this, especially the immediate term. Yeah, next 2 to 3 years.
I think I feel like Phoenix didn't get Jalen Green was a good pickup. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But the Dylan Brooks shit was like I would have never took him. I would have went for Sengun or Jabari Smith.
Yeah, they didn't have one of them pieces. Else.
Yeah, they didn't get shit.
I think Dylan Brooks is on an expiring contract. That's why he's in the trade, I think.
Well, also, if I'm Phoenix, I'm going after more first-round picks than second-round picks.
Well, you know, the trend now is those second-round picks. Those are very valuable now, even though they're not guaranteed salary, or they're just, like you said, they're guesses in the wind. But you can take those and use those in other trades, because for some reason, that's been like the trend lately. Some of these teams that have been building, like the Thunder, used to be the masters of taking a whole bunch of second-round picks on, and all of a sudden, they were like, they traded how many for what? Because, be honest with you, if you can get 3 low-round, second-round picks in a trade, you can flip those for a low-end first round and get back in the first half of the draft and get a quality player or 2. So, like I said, those it's wild to see it, but those actually ended up playing a big part in trades later on down the line, because that's how teams like Indiana get back into things. You be like, where the fuck they come from? That's because they be doing all that wild ass trading for people you don't think amount to nothing, and then they end up drafting quality bench players and shit like that.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't think Phoenix is done. I think they're either gonna move Beal or they're gonna move Booker. I really think they are.
Bill's got that no trade clause. Isn't he like one of 3 people in the NBA ever to have that?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think they. I think they're gonna move. I think they're gonna try to move Booker. I really
think
do.
Booker's gone. Yeah, I don't think Bill's.
I think they're gonna clean house and start over.
Yeah.
I really do. I really do.
Well,
So
let's put you like
so
this.
we
Let's
all.
put you like this. I want to add one thing to that because my fan base is really pissed that Raleigh didn't pull the trigger because they was lowballing Phoenix. So I feel like if Booker does become available, if Pat Riley does not get his ass out there and trade whoever the fuck he needs to trade because he was standing on Haywood Smith and Jovic, and he didn't want to throw them in the trade. I'm like, man, trade everybody on that goddamn team to get goddamn Kevin Durant. So if Booker's available, man, I don't want to hear no, oh, we had to keep Haywood Smith, man. I don't give a fuck about no Haywood Smith.
I don't think y'all had enough value to give him though, for real.
Well, I mean, they did with trades.
Jalen Green is better than any player you would have traded off your squad besides Hero. That's it.
I agree.
Jalen Green's a fucking monster. So I mean, unless they just want to have a backcourt with him and Booker to playing together, I mean, I can see that. But you know,
They gotta find a way to get rid of Beal if they ain't get rid of Booker, man. They can't both be there, man. And I don't think Booker wants. I don't think Booker want to go through a rebuild anyway. Booker don't want to go through no rebuild. He want to get the fuck out of there.
He's too old.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move over into the majors. It's crazy because the majors is weird right now.
Yeah.
Detroit is still leading in MLB. 49-30 is their record. The Yanks are 45-32. The Astros are 44-32. But the NL is the one though, because the NL is so weird. The Mets, the Phillies, the Cubs, and the Dodgers basically have the same record. 3 of them are 46-31. The Dodgers are 47-31. I mean, the NL is so fucking close. Shout out to the Reds because the Reds been having a little run lately where they've been whooping ass. But then then they start whooping ass, then they fall. I also got to put this out that I'm pissed about. My Boston Red Sox traded our best player, Rafael Devers.
That shit was crazy. Shit was crazy.
But I knew it was coming because when we went and got old boy from Houston, they played the same position, and he was upset about it. And he wanted to start. He didn't want to be the DH. But it's like, Devers, you're a hitter. You should want to be the DH.
Yeah.
I want you for one fucking thing.
You know, when I played baseball, the only thing I wanted to do was hit. So I mean, yeah, I mean that's the fun thing is hitting. So I don't understand. You're getting paid $300 million to hit 4 times a game.
And to be fair, shouldn't every man want to hit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump back where I was as far as basketball because I thought about this now. I was talking to my cousin, and then when I was just on my cousin, I shout out to my cousin, and we was at the barbecue, and I said, you know, they all got Indiana, right? So I said, but this is what you got to think about when it comes to Indiana OKC. OKC is set up to win multiples, right? Indiana might get this ring, and it's gonna be hard for them not to get back, because I can see them getting back if they keep their team together. But the repeat for them will be really tough because one thing about the East, for some reason, they beat each other up, like to the point where it's like you don't really know. Like if Tatum don't get hurt, what are we talking about? We don't even know. You know,
this could be a totally different conversation.
Same argument. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, but yeah, Tatum gonna be out for a while. But I'm wondering what the NBA is looking at right now when they going, how are we going to play this? Because you got to think, normally you win the MVP of the league. When you're this good, you win the MVP of the league, you win the Finals MVP, you win a championship. It happens that way a lot. So are they looking at it going, well, SGA is really like our face now. Do we help the face get this done? Or do we go blue collar and go, fuck it, let's let the Pacers win it, and let's see what that does. I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna look for the NBA.
But like I said last podcast, I think the Pacers remind me of that Detroit team that was one and done that beat your Lakers. You know what I mean? they definitely weren't the better team. They just played better as a team. That's how I look at this Pacers team. They may not be better than Oklahoma City, but Oklahoma City isn't going nowhere. They're going to be around for a while as long as they don't blow the team up. You know, they got a lot of young pieces there. They're going to be there for, you know, next 5-6 years at least, you know. And then as long as they got SGA, they're going to be there as long as they can stick a couple pieces around him, man. But the Pacers,
but that's what I'm saying.
This is their
that's
one
my question.
shot.
But that's my question. Like,
yeah,
do you because what if OKC loses?
Mm-hmm.
Do they fuck with their roster? Because you know teams do that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we think they should, but you know how organizations are. Sometimes they'll try to tweak some shit and they'll fuck some shit up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, make it worse.
The only way I could see them fucking with the roster is if somebody's contract comes up and they just want an astronomical amount of money and they feel like the value isn't there.
They gotta pay SGA.
Well, they're definitely going to pay him. But
he's got to make the option. It's either is he going to do the 4 or is he going to do the 5? He do the 4, they can keep their team. He do the 5, motherfuckers going to be gone.
Yeah.
They can't pay him $300+ million. No, not in Oklahoma City.
Right. That's the other thing is the super maxes. So I don't know.
So this is my question. This is my question to y'all too.
Yeah.
Depending on who wins tonight, which one is better for the league going forward for the future? Because neither one of them have a championship. That's why I'm asking.
Right. Well, okay.
Now the Sonic, now the Thunder do.
Yeah, but we ain't giving them the Sonics.
Come on, man. We're not doing the Sonics, man. We talking about
same franchise, man.
It ain't the same franchise no more, man.
So
because they're gonna bring back Seattle.
Nah, we ain't doing that. Browns championships from Cleveland.
Because when they talk about them both winning it, they both say this their first championship ever. Yeah. They don't go, you know there was the Sonics before. They don't do that with them.
I'm just telling you how the NBA recognizes them in the record books. That's what I'm saying.
I'm telling you what they've been saying on TV about it. They're saying this is their first on both sides, Indiana and OKC.
I would say the better look for the NBA is for the Pacers to win, because then it makes it like the small market teams can win in our league.
Well, they both small market.
Both small market.
No, I get that, but Indiana feels like a small market compared to Oklahoma City. I think what it is lack of star power on the Pacers that makes it feel that way too. You know what I mean? Like, who's their best player really? Pascal Siakam. I mean, he's a career number 2 guy everywhere he's been, and when he's been the one, he hasn't been the one to lead them that far. And Halliburton's questionable because he's inconsistent. So they're their team without.
You talking about the superstar Halliburton?
Yeah, 2 times superstar Halliburton. But they're going to be. I mean, I honestly, what other teams without a superstar, without a superstar has won an NBA championship? Other than that Detroit team, that's the only one I can think of in recent memory. That hasn't had a superstar that's won a chip. And
they had all-stars.
Well, I mean,
Hamilton is definitely an all-star.
The Pacers got all-stars, but what I'm saying is you don't have that guy that you look at and you're like, that dude could be the guy in the league. You know what I mean? You had Bird, you had Magic, you had Hakeem Olajuwon, you had Kobe, you had Tim Duncan, you had LeBron. You see what I'm saying?
But you got that. But that's something you got to take. Halliburton, he ain't went and took it. If he really wanted to be that, you got to go take that shit.
I understand that, but my point is
SGA goes and takes it. Remember,
there's not a whole lot of teams that come up and just snatches a championship from a star player.
Right, but 5 years ago, Todd, SGA was not a superstar.
No, but he is now, and that's my
point.
That's what counts.
So what I'm saying is, he built his way up to get here Just like Halliburton has built his way up to get here. Now, when you're here, what do? You have to go
understand that,
snatch
but 5
that
years
shit.
ago, 5 years ago, SGA wasn't in the championship. You see what I'm saying?
I'm just saying.
Now. He's a superstar
There-
now. He's in the
There's
championship.
people that's superstars that never get in the championship though, so we can't use that as an excuse.
That.
You see what I'm saying?
I understand that. But what I'm saying is there hasn't been but a handful of teams that have went up to the NBA Finals and snatched that from a superstar without having another superstar on the team. You see what I'm saying? So it's rare. It's rare if the Pacers win, is what I'm getting at. And I think that's the better look for the league.
I think it's rare for either one of them win.
Nah, I feel like if FGA is the face of the league and MVP, I would say that in the Pacers, but you gotta let's see. If you're gonna do what y'all been doing in this finals, then you might as well go ahead and let Oklahoma City ride out and get their championship, man, because that's good for the league. But I agree. I in my personal opinion, which is I'm one of trillions of people on the planet, right. I feel like either one would be good, but SGA would be the better. It would be the better
one because he's got the MVP. He's got the Finals MVP. They're gonna give it to him, and he's turning into the face of the league. So, and that's what I was saying. But I'm not saying that either one will be good. But the one that makes the league prosper off of it more would be SGA because, like you said, they have a superstar. Mm-hmm. So you're gonna ride. And what is the league? What is the NBA built on? They're superstars. That's how that's just one of them type of league. Just like the NFL.
But that's why I said it could go both ways because if the Pacers win, it also proves two things. But I understood what 1-5 was saying when he was talking about small market teams. Both are small market, but it shows that there's super parity in the league, and you can actually take a team that you don't have to build a whole bunch of superstars. Remember, at one time the NBA was trying to frown upon loading up your team with great players. It shows that you can get all-star caliber players at reasonable prices and build a team with bench players without having to do something crazy.
Well, it's all about showing up the big threes. There's no more big threes. Right. So this championship, regardless of either team that wins, it's good for either. It's good for the league because we're getting away from that big three bullshit.
Right.
I'm gonna switch over to the WNBA before we get out of here and get in our side note. The New York Liberty are 10-2. Atlanta's 10-2. Minnesota is 12-1, and Phoenix is 11-4, and they are rolling. I was watching Caitlin Clark and them play earlier against Asia Wilson, and it was a pretty good game. But the WNBA is still staying afloat. We're gonna get out of here before this game come on, so my guys can get ourselves together and get shit prepared for what we're gonna do. Last time was you 1-5, so now it's 2 times time for the side note today. 2 times. What is your side note?
Well, I got plenty of birthday wishes. First of all, Champ Bailey, he turned 47 today. Kurt Warner, he turned 54.
Shout out to Kurt.
Clyde Drexler turned 63. And a happy heavenly birthday to Pistol Pete. He would have been 78 today.
That's crazy. Happy birthday, Pistol Pete, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All greats. All greats too. That's dope.
Yeah.
1-5. What is your side note for today, sir?
Man, my side note is as always, I'm blessed. As always, just as the other gentleman on this panel. But I'm blessed in the fact that I've got to see all 3 of my major sports league teams get to the highest level, even though my Bengals haven't won a Super Bowl yet. I've seen them at least get there twice. That's more than what other people can say with their teams. And now I get to see my NBA team, the Pacers, get to their second one since I've been following basketball. And I'm just blessed to be alive this time of sports. Now, if my Reds can get there, we'll be good to go. I know I'm wearing a Tigers hat, and I'll let fool you. I'm a Reds fan. And I know you see the Yankees stuff. That just matches fits. You know what I mean? But
hey, man, that's a mighty fine hat you got there.
Right. This is a 2 times team. But Also, I'm blessed in the fact that we're making music again. We're doing things that make us happy in life. News has got a new album that should be ready by September. It's amazing the body of work we're putting together. I got a few different projects I'm working on that'll be out by the end of the year. So I'm ready. I'm ready to finish this year out strong and get ready to go.
You want to tear right now?
Yeah, I definitely am. And then also, I lost my train of thought. Prayers for everybody that's been touched by the violence overseas going on right now, whether it be us bombing Iran bombing Israel taking care of whatever they're taking care of. The fact of the matter is, we're not politicians, we're not soldiers, we're people, and we feel for all the people that were hurt in this exchange that's been going on over there. Hopefully it don't escalate any further. And let's pray for all that.
Man, there's two wars going on right now, which is crazy.
Yep.
My side note is kind of a piggyback. I have officially stepped back into my therapy sessions, recording probably the biggest album I'm going to make in my career. Lyrically, production-wise, the quality of the music, I'm on a different level now. And I'm watching it in real time, which is weird. Like 1-5 is watching it in real time with me. And like we just recorded Saturday and we made 3 hot ass records. But the crazy part is we already got shit leveled up. I got a video coming out. I'm about to shoot another scene to this video I shot because we felt like we had enough B-roll, but we need an actual. And 1-5, we're gonna talk about that off camera about this shoot coming up. But it's just I'm in a good space, man. My life is full circle. Anybody that know me knows what I mean when I'm saying my life is in full circle mode. Can't nothing fuck with my peace right now. I'm at peace as a person. These guys on this panel is at peace as people right now too in their life. Most of us we're not struggling. We're actually living a really, really healthy and focused life on what we got going on. But Legendary is the name of the album coming soon. September is the outlook. I'm going for my daughter's birthday, 9/11. I think it's one of the dopest dates ever to do it on. It was a legendary day, 9/11 and 05 when my daughter was born, but it was also a legendary time when they ran them planes into the buildings. So it's like, for me, it's like, it's full circle, bro. Like 9/11 is the shit. And that's what we're looking at. It's gonna be dope though. I can't wait. So I was happy to have y'all on the show with us today. And like I say, and I always say, everything I do it on God. Everything we do it on God. When I do it with you two crazy motherfuckers, we do it on God. I am Young Money Bad News, the co-CEO of the Star Money Click, number one rapper in the world, and I am BMC for life. That is 1-5, the other co-CEO of the Star Money Click. He is also the Punish Me Vodka owner and the liquor that sponsors our show every time. He also is the BET nominee. And didn't I say number one producer in the world? I think I did. Jimmy 2 times, the 49ers, Heat, and Sooners fan. And my brother from another mother. We was the On God podcast. Y'all stay prayed up. Y'all go get that bag tomorrow. I'm back to work tomorrow to get my bag. Let's enjoy this game 7. Y'all drink something good, eat something good. Y'all have a good night. We out.
Assalamu alaikum, baby.
Star money draped in gold, we sipping on success. Diamonds make moves, icy wrists stay fresh. Dating lights flicker, shadows of the best. Click rolling deep, never failing, no test. I'm the man, star money's glow. Diamonds dance, watch them show. Click together, never solo. Ohio's finest, let them know. OVO nights, heavy on the vibe. Strutting through the city, unstoppable tribe. Cash in the pocket, dreams in our eyes, popping bottles, no disguise. I'm the man, star money's glow, diamonds dance, watch them show. Click together, never solo. Ohio's finest, let them know. Whispers in the dark, luxury and grace. Star money governs, leads the race. Glitz on the teeth, crowns in place. Dayton nights, victories embrace. From the streets to the skies, we escalate. Star money, click plans, they never late. Money in our steps, on the path to great. Diamonds in Dayton, check the state. I'm the man, star money's glow. Diamonds dance, watch them show. Click together, never solo. Ohio's finest, let them know. Whispers in the dark, luxury and grace. Star money governs, leads the race. Glitz on the teeth, crowns in place. Dayton nights, victories embrace. From the streets to the skies, we escalate. Star money, click plans, they never late. Money in our steps, on the path to great. Diamonds in Dayton, check the state.